Hello, I have some new makeup launches here I'm excited to start testing and playing around with, so that's what I thought we would do today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's go ahead and get into it. Before applying concealer or foundation, I want to apply just a little bit of this new Too Faced Born This Way Super Glow Multi-Use Complexion Enhancer, just so I can see if it peeks through a bit. I have it in Polished Petal, which is described as a cool pale pink with silver rose and champagne shimmer. So this is their version of Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter. I mean, it may be quite different. I don't know. This is my first time trying it. It's in very similar packaging, and their version is a fusion of skincare and illumination for the look of perfect lighting. You can wear it alone, under makeup, you can mix it in with your foundation or your makeup, or you can put it on top, and it's supposed to smooth and improve your skin's appearance. So I like applying this type of product underneath foundation and a bit under concealer because it just gives kind of a hydrated, glowy appearance. And because my under eye area is dry and hollow, I could always use a bit more of a hydrated, lifted appearance there, and of course on my cheekbones too. But I don't like this type of product all over my face because I do get some shine and oil breakthrough in the center of my face. So I just like a bit of a glow in this area. So this definitely seems sheerer than Hollywood Flawless Filter. I don't really see much coverage going on. I don't see any shimmer or glimmer particles, which is good. It just looks nice and dewy and hydrated. I really like that for my under eye area. I wasn't quite sure if it was going to set at first. It felt kind of like a moisturizer. I mean, it kind of still does. I'm wondering if foundation is going to move it around or concealer. I guess we'll find out. So the foundation I'm starting to test today for the first time for my next foundation roundup is the new Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Luminous Skin Tint Stick. I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous about this because I feel it's probably going to be too luminous for me, but I mean, that's why I test things out. So this comes in 20 shades. They sent me 2 shades, Buttercream and Cashew. This is Buttercream and this is Cashew. Okay, so here's Buttercream and Cashew. When I look at them against my neck, which is what we always want to do, we always want to match our neck as closely as possible. Cashew looks like it's going to be too deep and peachy. I think we should go with Buttercream. Let me look at the coverage level. Okay, it says it provides 24-hour light buildable coverage, so we probably have some leeway here since it's a light coverage product, but we shall see. Okay, so that swiped off pretty easily. I do question that 24-hour coverage. They also say you can swipe this directly on your skin and blend it out with their brush, which I don't have. So I'm going to try one half of my face with the BK Beauty 106 and then the other half with my fingers, and we'll just see how far we get. Okay, this is right off the bat is very, very liquidy feeling. I feel like for my combination skin, based off how buttery this feels and how shiny it is, based on this first impression, this will be really great for you if you have dry skin. The perimeter of my face is normal and can be dry, but the center of my face gets shine and oil breakthrough. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to work in the center of my face and my humidity here in New Orleans, but you know, I'm going to test it out for a few days like I always do before giving my final verdict. And of course, I don't have a primer on today. I'll be testing it with primer 2 on multiple days as I always do before I put it in my foundation roundup. Okay, so that blended very, very quickly with a brush and evened out my redness really nicely. I would almost say that gave light to medium coverage. I mean, what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about any of these products as we go through. I'm going to look more closely in my magnified mirror with the light on just to see what I see, and then I'm gonna let you know. Okay, up close in my well-lit magnified mirror, it looks really smoothing and flattering. My pores look great. It has a nice dewy skin-like look. It evened out my redness nicely. I mean, it didn't cover everything, but it doesn't claim to. It's not streaky at all. It says it's clinically shown to reduce inflammation, fine lines, and redness while strengthening the skin barrier. It's sweat, humidity, and waterproof. I can definitely test that here. It's supposed to be suitable for all skin types, even sensitive, and it is supposed to last for 24 hours. I am not sure about that on my skin type. It doesn't feel as sticky or tacky as I expected it to with this kind of radiance, so I am happy about that. I'm going to see if I can build this a bit here on this sunspot that I need to get lasered off. I've decided I'm going to try and get some of my sunspots, my dark spots, lasered off because Skincare can only take you so far with that. Okay, so yeah, you can build up the coverage to, I would say, light medium. Okay, I move my mirror to this side. I'm just gonna blend this side out with my fingers this time. I have a feeling it's gonna blend in really nicely with your fingers as well. Complexion Rescue, the original in the tube, is not a product that works really well for my skin type, just because I do get some shine and oil breakthrough in my T-zone. I know a lot of people with mature dry skin really, really like it though. And since this has the Complexion Rescue name, I expected it to give just barely skin evening coverage. I wasn't expecting to get this level of sheer buildable up to light medium coverage. This does have a slippy, kind of greasy feel to it as I blend it out, which almost made me want to write it off immediately. I mean, there is a slight tackiness to it now that I'm feeling it more. I mean, if you have normal to oily skin, you will probably want to set this with powder, as I will do. But again, if you have dry skin or dry mature skin, you'll probably really enjoy this. So this is what it looks like. I got more coverage out of it than I thought I would, but because it's so dewy, radiant, I can't really tell if this is peeking through or not because, it's going to be dewy or radiant regardless. Sometimes if a foundation is really, really dewy, I take the butt of a sponge and just press it very, very lightly into the foundation. It just helps get rid of some of that dew, and it also presses the foundation into my skin further without sacrificing coverage. Okay, with as much as I love Sarah Creel's concealer, I had to pick up the new, what is this actually called? Face Flex Color Corrector Instant Under Eye Brightener. I have it in Power Nap. I'm only going to apply it under one eye though, because I want to see how the new Patrick Ta concealer conceals without corrector under it. So Power Nap is described as light pink bisque for light to medium skin. So I have already tried this a couple of times and I really love it. It's hydrating, it corrects like it's supposed to, and it wears well. So which under eye do I want to use it under? I'll use it under this one. This is my darker, bigger circle. So I just take a couple of really tiny dots exactly where I have discoloration, including the outer corner of my eye. I mean, those are pretty minuscule. And then if I need to add more, I'll add more. Oh, I forgot the inner corner. And I just press it in with my finger. This is very creamy and lightweight. It blends out so easily. It has caffeine to depuff, green tea for antioxidant support and to brighten dullness. It also has hyaluronic acid and aloe for hydration, comfort, and flexibility. There are optical brighteners in here too. I mean, you can see that it's creamy. It doesn't dry your under eyes out. It really does a good job of counterbalancing the discoloration under my eyes. So this already has my stamp of approval. I've used it several times. It works well under every concealer I've used it under, allowing the concealer to do what it's supposed to do without heavy layering. I mean, you saw how dark and purple this circle was before using it, and it just is a really, really good corrector. So this is the Patrick Ta Major Skin Soft Blur Brightening Hydrating Concealer. I actually wasn't even sure I was going to try it because I heard it had just medium coverage, and I always want more than that, but I decided I would try it. I have several concealers to give you reviews on, so I'm going to be doing a roundup soon. I have it in shade Light Peachy Neutral 2. Okay, so let's see if this shade works or if it's going to, I feel like this is going to be too dark, but we're just going to have to make it work. There's a scent here. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think I'll like it. Hopefully I won't notice it after it's applied once it's on my face. Okay, maybe it's not as dark as it looks in the tube. Okay, I don't like to over apply my concealer. I will layer it if I need to. I feel like it's pretty liquidy. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, and I usually prefer to blend out my concealers with the warmth of my fingers, so that's what I'm gonna start out doing. So this is supposed to give buildable medium coverage that brightens and blurs your under eyes. There are some nice ingredients in here that hydrate and support skin elasticity, help retain moisture and soothe your skin and give antioxidant protection. It blends out nicely. It's definitely medium coverage, so I'm going to apply another dot and blend that out. And there's 2 layers on the side with no corrector, so let's apply it to the corrector side. And I'll try a brush on this side too. It is very smoothing and it doesn't seem like it's going to be drying based on the side that I already applied, but it's just not enough coverage for me, at least not most days. The side with my darker, bigger circle is just not getting enough coverage with this concealer. And you know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes these hydrating concealers that give medium coverage just are not quite enough for my hollowed under eyes with dark circles and discoloration. But I mean, we're going to see how it wears throughout the day. So if you have minimal discoloration, dark circles, and you know, you're wanting a smooth, creamy, thin concealer, this might really work for you. I am getting some creasing under my lash line over here, which is not unusual for me. Now, before I set my under eyes or my face at all, I want to apply one of the new Too Faced Love Flush Glowy Liquid Blushes. I have At First Sight, which is a warm pink flush. I mean, this packaging is just so cute. So these are supposed to give a glowy, long-lasting, natural color. You can wear them alone or over your makeup. Oh, it's kind of hard to pull out. Okay, I thought it was going to splatter everywhere. The doe foot is shaped like a heart. Can you see that? That is super cute. There's no, wait, there is a scent. It's kind of a sweet scent, but I didn't notice it until I put it right up to my nose. Okay, it doesn't look like a heart when you stamp it. I just wanted to see. I'm going to dab this directly on my cheek just to see if it lifts this glowy foundation at all. I'm going to start with one just in case it's super pigmented. I wasn't expecting this to be hot pink. I said one, but I dabbed it 3 times. I may have applied a bit too much though, so it may have to go in with my foundation sponge, but it may get diffused with the powder, so I may not really worry about it. Okay, I think this foundation is too sticky for this blush. I don't think it's a blush issue. I think it's a foundation issue. I think it's just lifting a little bit because the foundation does have a bit of tackiness to it. I think this is the type of foundation that I should apply the blush underneath and let it peek through. I mean, you can see the dew that's still here. Okay, so I'm gonna wait to apply this other cheek after I set it with powder. I don't have a new powder to test out right now, so I'm just taking my Laura Mercier under eye setting powder in pink. I pressed out any creases I had before setting. I'm a forehead scruncher, and oftentimes foundations gather in my forehead lines when I'm applying other makeup before I set foundation, and this hasn't done that. I kind of thought it would, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Okay, I'm just applying setting powder and I'm tapping it all over my face loosely, and then I'm going to press it in. It looks like it's a lot, but I'm just applying enough to where it meshes with the foundation and becomes one with my skin when I press it in. Actually, that blush doesn't really look bad. It just kind of looks like my cheeks when I flush normally because I don't have an even skin tone. I have some sunspots and some redness. I mean, I guess I should have done the other cheek after all, but oh well. This is the one size powder in translucent, by the way. I don't have a new powder, so I'm just using this. I'm going to go in with the new Say Super Suede bronzer in Amalfi. This is, I believe, the second lightest shade. Before I do that though, I want to mention Ellis Brooklyn Isla Serena. This is their newest scent for summer. I've worn this the past 4 or 5 days. I'll put the notes here on screen. This definitely has a summer vibe. It's giving me margarita vibes in a way. I definitely get lime, coconut, a little bit of vanilla. They did send this to me. I looked at the notes when I first got it and I recall banana being in here. I do not get banana at all, but it is giving me a lime coconut kind of tropical drink. It's nice and refreshing. I feel like this would layer really well with their other 2 or 3 summery scents that they have. This probably doesn't rank at the top for me for their summer scents, but it is really nice. So if you're in the market for a summer scent that has a little bit of a twist to it, you might want to check this out or get a tester or something. We have some loose hairs. Let's fix those. So let's swatch this here. It's just very, very smooth. I've applied this a few times already, and it just does a really nice job. This is supposed to give blurred bronze skin with a natural radiant finish, and it does exactly that. It's a smooth, velvety, baked bronzer. There's no glitter in this formula. It just gives you a natural, radiant, sun-kissed look. It just gives a natural glow to your skin without being overly dewy radiant looking, you know, and it wears really well throughout the day too, which is always important to me. Okay, and I'm going to go back in with this Too Faced liquid blush and apply it like I usually do my cream stickwood and liquid blushes, which is to apply it on the back of my hand and then stipple my tool into it. It's that BK Beauty 109 brush, and I'm going to make sure I have even light coverage that's not too wet on my brush. I don't think I'm liking this blush formula. I'm going to try another shade on my other cheek, but the thing with liquid blush formulas is if you start from the center and you don't lift your brush, you just keep circling it outwards and blending it and blending it and blending it, you shouldn't have any patches or gaps. I have patches. Do you see that? That's not just me, right? I have patches, I have gaps, I have unevenness, and I applied this just like I do all my other blush formulas. I'm going to try and fill in that gap a little bit, just lightly dipping my brush back in the formula. And because there's a sheen to this blush, you're going to be able to see any little anything, basically. Now, the Tarte, I can't remember the official name, I'll put a picture here on screen. That formula is perfection. It's one of my favorite formulas, and there's a glow to it too, but it blends out beautifully and very, very quickly. I mean, this took some effort to even get it here. Let's try a lighter shade. This is Love Letter. Maybe that shade is just too dark. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try Love Letter here. I wiped my brush off thoroughly on my little Sigma switch, evenly distributing the product. No, I don't see anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just add a little bit of this existing pink that's just sitting here on top of this maybe. Try and get some semblance of color. The color is more subtle over here, but it's still patchy. I was sent all the shades. I'm going to keep playing around with this. It could be a combination of the foundation, just the makeup I have on with the blush, but still, you know, maybe this is just a Too Faced product that just is not working for me. So I'm going to take the foundation brush that I used earlier and just buff this over the product so that I can, you know, look presentable, and I'll be right back. I don't know if you can tell, but it seems like the blush did remove foundation from both of my cheeks on each side. I mean, you can see the patchiness. I don't know. I'm going to keep playing with them. I'm not sure how I'm going to update you though. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep doing favorites and fails every month, every other month. I skipped February. The views just aren't there, which shows me the interest isn't there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about favorites and fails and updating you on my final thoughts on products or, you know, things I like and don't like. I don't know. If you have ideas, let me know in the comments, but it just seems like the views keep going down and down and down for favorites and fails. So I'm a little lost about what to do to let you know my reviews and my current favorite things and least favorite things and things like that. So now we have from Kosas the Shiny Objects Powder Highlighter. I have it in Haloed, which is this really pretty champagne shimmer. I haven't even dipped my finger in it yet. So you can wear this. I need to take the blush off the back of my hand. I mean, that is smooth. You can wear this on your face or your eyes, and I don't have a new eye product, so I'm just going to swipe this on my lids. What's on my lids, which I apply almost every day, is the City Beauty Lid Lifting Treatment. I use this as a primer most days, unless I need something really heavy duty, which I usually don't unless I'm going somewhere special. So I'm just going to swipe this across my lid and okay, wow. I kind of wish I had gotten a deeper color, although this is perfect for a face highlighter. I just don't usually go this light on my lids, but that is really flattering. It's definitely smooth. It's not chunky at all. I mean, you get payoff with one swipe, although I am doing perforated swipes, I guess you could say. I'm going to apply this to my splotchy cheeks with BK Beauty M16. I don't often get impressed with highlighters. This is one worth having, in my opinion. What did I just get on my under eye that is black? I just got something on my face right here. Okay, so this is really pretty. I need to apply some kind of powder blush. Because of the lip that I'm gonna apply, I'm just gonna apply Haus Labs Pomelo Peach to camouflage the blush situation that is happening. This is a staple color for me. Okay, I feel like the blush and the frosted eyes and the really light lips are looking very early 90s. We're gonna fix this situation. So I want to lightly set above my crease to my brow with translucent powder, and I'm just gonna take that same bronzer that we used earlier under my lash line very, very lightly, make my eyes look a little bit bigger, and I'm just going to swirl this loosely above my crease, almost up to my brow and towards the tail of my brow. very, very lightly. That's going to give some depth to my hood and my crease. And I'm going to sweep a really light layer over that pale, pale champagne that's just too light for me. It keeps some lightness at the inner corner, and that way when I line, I have a nice lift to my eye. So I don't have a new eyeliner. I'm just going to line really quickly with Milani Stay Put eyeliner in Semi Sweet, and I will be right back. I'm back from lining my eyes and curling my lashes with my beloved Rephr 20R lash curler. I also applied one very light coat of L'Oreal Telescopic waterproof mascara. I did this because I have already tried out this new mascara from Lancome without waterproof mascara, and it didn't hold my curl. So this is the new L'Oreal Lash Idol Curl Goddess Curling and Volumizing Mascara. I know curl is in the name, but I have stick straight lashes that just don't hold a curl very easily. It says no lash curler needed, but apparently I need a lash curler and a light layer of waterproof mascara. I'm going to keep testing it, but today I'm testing it with a waterproof layer under it. So it has a twisted 40-degree brush. It's supposed to wrap and load your lashes root to tip and easily catch even the shortest lashes. It's fast setting, it's supposed to be clump and flake resistant, and it's supposed to set your curl at the root. This is sort of a drier formula, and I don't find it to be that lengthening and volumizing on me anyway, and I don't know if you see what I see, but I don't find it to do that much for my curl. It's almost kind of giving my lashes more of a flared look than keeping an actual curl. For me, this falls into kind of just an everyday feathery mascara formula. There are other Lancome mascaras that are more impressive to me, basically. I'm lining my lips today with the new Summer Fridays Soft Line Lip Liner in Latte. This is a warm, peachy tan. It goes well with the other lip product, or it should go well with the other lip product I'm using. These have nice pigmentation. They glide on nicely and last a long time, and they don't dry your lips out either. There are nice ingredients in here that allow them to be hydrating and long lasting and feel lightweight. I'm just applying this to give my lips some soft definition today because this is the main lip product I want to apply. This is the Juice Pop Box Lip Oil Stain. This is a 12-hour hydrating lip tint. These are new from Laneige, and I just thought they looked a little bit different. So this is the shade Pop Star Peach. It's a soft nude peach, and I think it'll go well with the lip liner I used. This is a water to oil formula. There are some K-Beauty products that are like this. So it's hydrating. It also has ceramides in it that nourish and seal it in moisture, and there are also peptides that affirm and help with your lips' elasticity. So it's a really lightweight, buildable lip tint that transforms into a nourishing oil stain, and it lasts for up to 12 hours. It has a nice kind of sweet scent to it, but it's not overwhelming at all. So it's a glossy lip tint with shine, comfort, and hydration, and I think it looks really pretty. I'm anxious to see how this is going to wear throughout the day through eating. Is it going to flatten out and turn into a dry stain? I don't know. We shall see. Okay, this is where we ended up now that everything's finished. Let me know what you think in the comments. All things considered, I think we ended up in a pretty good place, but we'll know for sure at the end of the day. So stay tuned. I'll be back shortly for you, but after several hours for me at the end of my day to give you a report on how all these products performed. Okay, it's not the end of the day. I wasn't able to do my end of day verbal check-in, but I have some clips I'm going to insert and walk you through. My sinuses started killing me and I just had to go to bed. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how this turned out. I don't get along with many stick foundations. They either wear away too quickly or they break down ungracefully or they get too shiny or oily throughout the day. Now at the 8-hour mark, I do have some shine, some radiance going on, but it is still fully on my face and it feels good. It doesn't feel oily or heavy, and I haven't had to blot constantly like I thought I was going to have to, especially considering how dewy it was before I set my face. Now around 9 hours is when it started getting too shiny for me. You can see this at the 9.5-hour point. Ignore the area around my nose. No foundation would have held up to the amount of nose blowing I was doing. So that's about the wear I got on this day. I'm still testing this in various ways So stay tuned for my next foundation roundup for my full verdict. Now, we already talked about how I'm loving the new Sarah Creel corrector. The Patrick Ta concealer wore well throughout the day. It didn't start to look or feel dry or crepey. So if you have moderate discoloration and dry under eyes, I think you may really enjoy this. Both the bronzer and highlighter wore beautifully throughout the day. I've used both since filming and have really been enjoying these. Even though there was some patchiness going on with the blush, it wore well. It was still very much on my face at the end of the day at almost 10 hours. So I'm going to keep playing around with these. I'm going to play around with the other shades. Stay tuned. And the mascara, even though it's not the most lengthening or volumizing mascara, there is no flaking or smudging. So if you have long full lashes and you like a fluttery effect, or if you just want something kind of subtle for every day, this might give you what you're looking for. Now, I love this lip combo right when I applied it, but this fell short for me. It really looked shiny and had some nice pigment to it right away, and it felt hydrating, creamy, and comfortable for a while. I would say about an hour, but then it started to dry down and my lips lost that creamy, hydrated feeling, and it just sort of disappeared. It didn't really last for me like a lip tint should. And then I ate dinner and it was completely gone. So this fell short for me. Now, I have been testing out other shades of the new Summer Fridays lip liner in my everyday life, and I really do like this launch. It's creamy, it's pigmented, it lasts a decent amount of time for a lip liner, and it doesn't dry my lips out. So this I like. And I think aside from this that I need to play around with more, that is all I have to update you on. I hope you enjoyed this testing new makeup. Let me know if there are other launches you want me to test down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!